everyone, my name is Indra and welcome to a new episode of Crafting with Cosplay Fabrics. Today I want to teach you guys about how to use fabric and craft foam together. This is an awesome way of making fabric covered armor or doing belts, accessories, or things kind of like that. Great thing is that when you utilize this sort of technique, it creates a really structured piece without having to use like a lot of expensive things for it or plastics or anything like that. This is super easy. This is something I've been doing for many years and for several of my costumes. So I hope you like this tutorial. Let's get to it. So the first thing that you're going to need is obviously your craft foam and your fabric, and what I am trying to do is first cut out the whole piece that I'm going to be doing out of craft foam. I recommend initially doing, you know, your patterning, maybe doing it out of paper or maybe scrap fabric. But once you have your piece and you're ready to cut it out of the foam, I'm just kind of jumping into this so you get the idea of the technique, not so much the patterning aspect of it. But once you have your piece and you cut it out of the foam, then I go in with the fabric, and what I try to do, at least for this particular version, is I try to give the fabric maybe a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch bigger than my actual piece. That way I can actually like turn it over onto the other side and sew it or glue it or attach it however I choose to do it. For this particular tutorial, I'm just going to be sewing it, and because I am using pleather, I'm actually using the texture pleathered from the JoAnn collection, and this is a super easy to sew pleather. So what I'm doing is just giving the fabric so it's a little bit bigger than my foam piece, turning it over, and I'm using little clips like the office clips, that way it doesn't poke any holes through the pleather, and I use that to stabilize and keep all the stuff in place, and then I sew my piece. So as you can see, it's a really clean result. It actually looks very structured, it's very easy, and this is just a little sample. Alternatively, you can use this technique instead of just flipping the fabric over and doing like sewing it on top. You can also do two pieces with the foam in the middle, sort of sandwiching it. Imagine making sort of like a little, imagine a pillowcase and putting the foam inside, that sort of thing. You can also do this just gluing it on. You can use something like a spray glue or rubber cement glue or something like that to keep the fabric in place, and then turning the edges over and just gluing it into place. Depending on the type of fabric, you can use hot glue, rubber cement glue, spray glue, whatever kind of adhesive that you prefer to do. Now, as far as the inside of it, because I know that the inside can look a little bit, I don't want to say rough, but incomplete, you can use something kind of like felt or matching fabric, something that won't fray, something that you can just like easily just cut and put on the inside. This is a really quick, easy, and actually really nice way. The results are always like super clean. I love this technique. So yeah, I hope that this gives you an idea for what to do with your stuff. I have used this multiple times for belting, for armor. Like, it's an awesome technique and it's super easy. You can sew the foam, you can try to do glued pieces, even just little accents that might be too much, or that you need a little bit more structure with. So yeah, and I hope that this helps you with your future cosplay projects. I hope that you like this tutorial. I tried really hard to keep it short and sweet for you, because I know that some of you guys are already pretty well versed in comments. Please leave